All right, now we know that there's barely 24 hours, in fact, not even 24 hours for the demolition to take place, and already residents in the neighboring buildings are all being evacuated. Most of them will be moved to community centers that have been set up in other neighboring buildings. So possibly for the first time that we see that locals or, people who live in the neighboring buildings here are going to extend a helping hand to many of the local residences, have set up community centers here so that they can be moved to. So these twin towers, the illegally built Supertech Twin Towers, will be down to dust tomorrow 2:30 p.m. in barely 9 seconds time. So ahead of the tower demolition, India Today has gotten new exclusive access to inside images of the Twin Tower. In fact, the one question that people might be asking is the stray dogs, many animals, even pets, how are they going to be protected from this this entire sound and the demolition drive, which clearly could cause panic among the pets and a few animals here. But that's been sorted. It appears RWAs have set up bunkers there. They've been dug up around many areas so that they could be rescued. In fact, residential buildings, all adjacent to the Twin Towers, have also been covered with sheets to prevent any kind of dust from entering those local buildings. Now, preparations on in full swing as two of these towers will be they are currently fully rigged. As I speak here, right at this moment, we see that this is a highly sensitive zone. It's fully charged, so no way that anyone can enter inside these two towers, because there's 3,700 kgs of explosives that have been layered in every floor, which just at a click of a button will go off. Once it's ready for detonation, that's tomorrow, this will go off simultaneously in 9 seconds. So on the day when this is carried out, we understand that at least 10 kilometers around the vicinity of this building, there's not a single soul that will be allowed. Let me quickly cut across to all those images coming in as an India Today exclusive, showing you how residents are being evacuated and all the VIP galleries set up for this massive demolition drive of one of its kind.
This is Emerald Towers, the closest to the ATS building. You see there people literally covering their balconies with plastic, just to avoid any kind of debris flying into their homes. Most of Emerald Towers inside, residents there have covered their lawns and their windows, all completely wrapped so that there's no untoward incident. Basically, the property is not damaged. This is one of the households. I'm right inside here, where they've pulled down all their paintings. Most of it has been kept aside safely. Namaste ji. ये आपने रूम में पूरा सामान उतारा है? हाँ जी, पूरा सारा सामान उतार के सब नीचे रख दिया है। जी. So that's the television there. All the gods' paintings and all the wall hangings have been brought down. Yes. And that's the window there where it's fully taped. That's to avoid any kind of vibrations. This is situation in all rooms. People have literally brought down everything. This is also all the paintings here that have been kept on the bed, just to be safe. Well, clearly, residents have prepared themselves, but at the end of it, you never know what at max could happen in a situation. These are local residents who have been preparing for close to a month, is what we hear. Most of their glasses, they've taped it only to avoid any kind of vibration. But even though residents have taken all kinds of precautions, we know that the professional company, Edifice, who's doing this job, they say that there's really nothing to panic. In fact, there will not be any kind of impact beyond a few meters around the two towers. And at max, it's the sound and maybe some shattered glasses, but that's only the max. Dust will also settle at the earliest. So this is Emerald Towers right inside. People, residents fully prepared as they leave. They're going to be abandoning their homes. They're going to be leaving out of this space with their jewelry, documents, all their precious belongings. They're going to be out of this house and this locality at least for the next 24 hours, but they're just ensuring that their household is safe. Most of their belongings are kept wrapped and safe so that there's no impact that falls on it. This basically is the Emerald Court parking, where we see most of the vehicles have already been removed from these parking slots. And most of the residents are very worried that debris might just come from this area. This area right here is fully covered. In fact, it's completely sealed. And if this was open, this is exactly where the Astor Tower is, barely 9 meters away from here. But they've completely sealed this opening here. So the only worry that the Emerald Tower residents have is that will debris come through this basement? Will it flow into their building through this basement? But for now, there is it's fully sealed. If I could show you here with nails and pins, they've completely sealed this. This is a very thick material where air can pass, but no dust will pass through this. They've fully sealed this entire area here. This is the basement right next to the Twin Towers, and this Emerald car parking area would possibly be the most affected if there is an untoward incident. But for now, from what we see here, most of the cars have already been evacuated. They've been moved out, and by tonight, most of this will be empty. In fact, this entire basement will be completely empty.